The term under the radar is defined as something that goes unnoticed or undetected. Yet for Jim Brown, founder of UTRMinors.com, a website dedicated to finding minor league baseball's undiscovered talent, the lessons he learned from his father growing up in rural Pennsylvania and the passion he puts into his work is everything but under the radar.
Well, my work ethic was from my father. Basically, when I was growing up with 4 kids, my mom at the time didn't work, and my was working for a small company in Phillipsburg, and to make ends meet, he would took on another job, and then when that job failed, of course, it's kind of a blow to your father, to provide for the family. He was a single earner at home, and I saw him, do what he had to do to provide for his family, and then he got hired at Penn State, and he never missed a day in the 25 years that he put in at Penn State, so I get a lot of my work ethic from my father.
Brown's lifelong passion for baseball began when he laid in bed listening to legendary announcer Bob Prince call Pittsburgh Pirate games on the radio. This helped lay the foundation for UTR Minors.
Well, as far as baseball, I've always enjoyed baseball. When I got into the electronics with computers back in '95 and started playing fantasy baseball on sites like Yahoo, that made my love of baseball grow a little more because, you're a little bit more involved in it and such. I got involved through a mutual friend into another league, and then that league opened up a whole new world for me as far as minor league baseball.
Brown's involvement in an aggressively competitive fantasy league, combined with a severe lack of online resources, helped trigger the UTR idea.
I live in an area where there wasn't any minor league baseball until probably the last 15 or so years when a Double-A team moved into Altoona, and that opened up a whole new realm for the love of the game because then you started watching these kids come through. And then through this Premier Fantasy League, there was an emphasis on minors because you get to keep your players year in and year out. It brought the minor leagues into a fold a little bit more with the major league teams. It helps you build that team, and then through my work ethic allowed me to really dig deep into the minor leagues. By doing research online and trying to get ahead of your competitors and your fellow league owners, you found out there was a lot of things missing online as far as research. There wasn't much talk about kids that were way deep in the minors. You hear a lot of kids that are in the top 10, top 20, top 30, but nobody's talking about these kids that are just getting a year or two under their belt as far as a pro career, either coming from the international leagues or coming out of college or getting drafted out of high school. And the fantasy league that we're in is so competitive, that's where you have to track kids. You have to start watching them come up through the rookie leagues. And there wasn't much information online, so I thought, if I'm starving for this information, there has to be others out there that are in the same position that I am. The UTR Minors blossomed to kind of share that knowledge with everybody that's out there.
UTR Minors wasn't easy at the start, yet Brown's wife Melissa said the idea helped create an outlet from Jim's highly stressful job, as well as an opportunity for the future.
The opportunity to be a part of something that gives him an opportunity to develop a skill. And I think it also gives him an opportunity to step away from the very stressful job that he currently holds at Penn State. It's a different mindset. He can work independently. He's doing a job that he loves, and he enjoys watching the players move up different levels, that he likes to watch their progress and have others follow that.
Brown says efforts to promote UTR Minors has been a challenge, but the site has gained attention using several social media platforms. Brown guarantees what UTR Minors offers now is only the beginning.
In the future, it would be nice to have enough traffic that where you can make it subscription-based. So now you have a revenue-generated website because there are others out there, but nothing is unique to what UTR Minors is, and there's maybe some way that we can turn a subscription-based website for following minor league players.
Much like the players Brown promotes through his website, he too envisions taking his ideas and his talent all the way to the majors.
Following your minor league players, your followers would plateau to a certain extent. A lot of focus now and popularity is on these daily fantasy. I think, some of the principles that we use in UTR Minors could probably extend into major league players. But I think UTR Minors, all the formulas that we use to vet out these minor league players, I think they could be used toward the major league players, and it would give another tool for the daily fantasy player to set his lineup.
Through UTR Minors, Brown has provided a tool to help fantasy players raise the floor of their minor league fantasy rosters. But what about the effects? Promoting prospects is one thing, putting Brown's methods to use is another. So I asked one of Brown's biggest fans, Jason Sparks of Austin, Texas, how Brown and UTR Minors has helped him reach the ceiling in many of his fantasy leagues.
I just started doing a deep search in Google, and then just started reading it all, and kind of just bought into it, and figured in a 20-team league, I was always looking for an edge. I kind of use UTR as like my own stock market, buy, sell, and sometimes even reacquire the hot names that are not so hot anymore. The social media of it, especially Twitter, has been beneficial because I've been able to talk to Jim a few times to get not only read, but to feel like I'm getting the information straight from the horse's mouth, so to speak. I play for fun, but let's be real, I want to win and stay competitive for years to come. Really, UTR has allowed me to trade for top-rated players such as Josh Donaldson. And the only reason I was able to get him is because I was willing to add UTR prospects and not fear it at all. I'm getting a top-notch third baseman. I'll find other prospects by using UTR easily because there's so many out there. That's allowed me to be more dominant in my league. So after I built all my UTR minors up, I ended up finishing first in my division and only losing 2 games. So at one time, I had, out of all my 42 minors, majority were all UTR/unlisted guys. So with me able to find the next hot prospect and make trades, it's increased my team twofold. It really comes down to I'm able to flip the prospects while keeping so many more all-star type players to insert in my daily lineup, but then I have more prospects just to flip through. Perfect.